Hey everybody, Forbidden Exile here, and welcome to a new video. So I just wanted to make a short build guide on my Poison Exsanguinate Pathfinder that I've been playing. It's a super fun build. It's great for mapping, as you saw in the clip in the beginning. You know, you can get some really good clear with the chain from Exsanguinate plus chain support in there. You know, as usual, we'll go over the gear, the gems, the skill tree, and then we'll go over to Path of Building. So this is a budget version. I don't have any +1/+1 daggers. I'm just using good old cold iron points. You know, they just work great. This one does have the chance to gain frenzy charge on kill. It's not expensive. I think I paid like 6C for it. But getting the frenzy charges does help a lot with your cast speed, which will in turn give you more damage. For the helmet, I just got one that has Exsanguinate, deals increased damage. The temp chains effect one is one that a lot of people use, but just getting more damage to me seems like it's better. I haven't really gone all out with the Eldritch currency to get it, you know, as well as I would like, but Fizz taken as lightning is okay, and it is technically a spell, and it's a physical spell, so just some flat Fizz damage to spells. And then I just used Streaking Essences of Loathing just to try and get some more mana reservation, because we're working with 90 mana, plus a reserving life. And then I just literally just spammed that until I got Fire Res, because we're pretty close on res. I'm overcapped, but it's pretty tight. For the rings, just 2 Ming's Hearts. Pretty standard. You get Fizz as extra chaos, so you're doing physical and chaos damage as well. I'm at 99, but I also have this unique enemy in your presence gain 6% Fizz as chaos, so technically at 100% Fizz as chaos, or as extra chaos, I guess. This makes you res capped. It does reduce your life by like 25 and then 25, so it does kind of suck. You don't have a lot of life, but it does a lot of damage. For the Dendrobate, this is pretty standard for any kind of a poison hit build, because it gives you socket gems are supported by level 10 chance to poison. So your chance to poison, you have to get it to 100% or else it doesn't work. So put your Exsanguinate in here and then you can get to 100%. The other thing you have to note on here too, it does give you 15 to 25 all res, but the increased duration and increased damage with poison is really nice. You just have to get your intelligence up to 150. Which is kind of hard. The dexterity is super easy because you're a ranger, so you're already going to pick up a lot of dexterity nodes by just pathing through stuff. I was able to get it over 150 and 300. For the amulet, it's pretty cheap, paid like 10, 15 chaos for it. I was just trying to go for the all physical skill gems. I got some res on there, and I also got T1 dot multi, which is super cool. I bought this probably like a week ago, so I'm not sure what the prices are on them right now. But overall, the build was not super expensive. I think the most expensive thing was actually this. I think it cost like 1.2 divine. So overall, it's maybe 2 divines invested in the whole build. The gloves, as an S, you know, it's pretty standard. I did go out with curse enemies with despair and hit, so I don't have to manually cast despair. I know that manually casting it does do more damage, or you get a better effect of despair, but it's just one less button that I have to press, and it's always inflicting despair, and it's always leaving that curse on the ground as well. For the belt, I was just going for strength, because you need a lot of strength on this. You don't really path through any strength nodes whatsoever. And then just res and life, and then I got lucky and got flask supplied. You have 8% increased effect. For the boots, same thing, just some evasion, and movement speed, and resistances. That's really all I was going for. Flask, just life flask with bleeding and corrupted blood. I technically have steel skin, which stops bleeding, and I do have a corrupted blood jewel, so I probably could drop this, but just in the event that, you know, steel skin's down and I start bleeding and I'm running, it just helps with dying. We've got a evasion, increased evasion jade flask, increased movement speed quicksilver, reduced effective curses quartz flask, and then an increased attack speed onslaught flask. Increased duration and increased charge recovery, and then they're all used when charges reach full, because it's Pathfinder, so we're always generating flask charges, so they're always going off. I don't have to worry about it. All I have to do is hit my life flask. So as far as the gems go, so we've got Arrogant Support linked to Vitality, which is why I'm reserving life. Then we've got Whirling Blades here as a movement skill. I do have Flame Dash as well, but I mainly just use Whirling Blades. We've got Malevolence with Grace, Divergent Herald of Agony to get 40% chance to poison on hit, linked to a level 3 Enlighten. Then we've got Herald of Purity and Haste. I just use Val Haste. I don't have the mana, as you can see there, to use regular Haste. If I could, that would be great, because that would give me a lot of a damage boost for that increased attack speed, or cast speed. But Val Haste is nice on, you get like a nasty Essence mob or something like that. As far as the Exsanguinate itself goes, we've got a 2120 Exsanguinate linked to Void Manipulation, Spell Echo, Chain Support, Unbound Ailments, and Deadly Ailments. You can get the Awakened versions of these, which it will add, incrementally a decent amount of damage, but I just don't have the currency for it. Over here, we've just got one lonely little Plague Bearer sitting in my gloves, and then we've got Anomalous Withering Step linked to Enhance with some Flame Dash and Steel Skin. So the Anomalous Withering Step makes a big difference, actually. They're not super expensive. I bought this for like 45 chaos. It inflicts 9 withered debuffs. The second you hit it, if you're near like a boss or you just want to, hold A down, since you technically could use Whirling Blades to move and not have to worry about the cooldown of Flame Dash, because if you use Whirling Blades, right, it cuts down your, right, so it cuts down your cooldown time of Flame Dash, but it doesn't with Withering Step, but it will stop your Withering Step from working the second that you use a skill. So, whatever your preference is. But I prefer Whirling Blades. Since you do have daggers, you can use it. Yeah, like I said, just a level 1, 20% quality Flame Dash, just in case I need to jump over something. And then Steel Skin on the left click, just for some more damage mitigation. And then it grants immunity to bleeding as well, like I said. So for the skill tree, this will be linked in the path ability below, but I'll just kind of quickly go over it. And make your way down here. Some mana, life, attack speed, accuracy, dexterity, just to get some spell suppression. We're almost spell suppress capped. I think I need like 1 more point. I'm at like 98% with this flask up, because it gives you 10%. I could actually technically reroll it and get increased effect, and then I would actually be at 100%, but I come up here, I do have a couple tattoos in here that aren't really doing much. Some flat chaos damage. Obviously, orbs from your skills have increased effect. Get charisma for mana reservation. Evasion, max life, spell suppression. I did have to take this intelligence node. I was able to drop a strength node, which is nice, because I got this. So we've got a 12 passive increased physical damage. You want to try to get the one that says increased attack and cast speed with physical skills, because your cast speed affects your damage and how fast you cast Exsanguinate. I've got Jewel here just for some more res and increased spell damage, because it is a physical spell, and we are dual wielding, so that's 60% increased damage right there. Spell suppression, some evasion, resistances. Come down here, take some flask effect. Flask effects, spell suppression, life, flat life. Come up here, you have to take this right here to get increased chance to poison, and you also get dot multi and more chaos res as well, and more damage. And you do poisons you inflict on non-poison enemies deal 300% increased damage, so the first time you poison an enemy, you get the 300% damage bonus. This flask mastery right here, recover 4% life when you use a flask, so you're pretty much always automatically getting healed every time your flasks go off, which is super helpful. Max life gain 10 life per enemy killed is pretty important, because you hit Exsanguinate and it kills 30 monsters off screen as well, and so it'll fully heal you pretty much every time you cast it, as long as you're killing stuff. So for the Brutal Restraint, I did actually use the trick in Path of Building, or the function in Path of Building, to find a jewel that will work. I'll show you how to do that once we get to Path of Building. But so we've got increased damage with poison, we've got poisons you inflict, deal damage faster, and that's it for this one. But just increased damage and poisons you inflict, super helpful. So come up here, take the mana node right here to get some more increased mana reservation efficiency. Come up here, see I got some increased effect of heralds, skill effect duration. You want to do the physical side, not the chaos side, and get increased physical damage with skills that cost life. Exsanguinate costs life, so that's another 40% damage increase right here. Take this. This is like one of the only strength nodes that you get. I think you get like 1 or 2 down here too, but and then more flat life or percent life. Come up here, take this enemy's poison, buy you have 5% chaos res, and then you get another 12 dot multi for poison. Poisons you inflict deal damage faster, and then take this node right here to get some more mana reservation and then damage per aura. Come up here, take another curse with Whispers of Doom. You could go either way, doesn't really matter. Go duration, area of effect, but I guess technically it would be smarter to go up this way so you get another little bit increased effect. I don't have the Curse Mastery taken because I don't need the increased chance to poison, because I have Divergent Herald of Agony, which gives you an additional 40, so that puts me at like 115. As far as the Ascendancies go, and take Master Toxicist because you're doing poison, and then just the regular Pathfinder, you know, Inflict Withered, your Chaos / Poison build, and then Nature's Adrenaline and Nature's Boon. It's all about the flasks. All right, so for Path of Building, I got about 5.1 million DPS. That's with 10 Withered stacks, so you automatically inflict 9 with Anomalous Withering Step, plus you get 2 from the Ascendancy. Technically, we call it 11. It can go up to 15, so if you can get 15, you'd be doing about 6.3, but I usually just like to keep it at 10, just as a good average. Not super tanky, as you can see there. You know, we don't have Bolt and Shell or anything like that on here, but you kill stuff far enough away and you're fast enough that, you know, I still die every once in a while, but you do a lot of damage. This is by no means an uber killer. All right, so for the trick with the Timeless Jewels and Path of Building, so if you come right here and you go find Timeless Jewel, I already have it set up in here for what I was searching for, but we'll reset this, right? So it'll give you any of the kind of jewels you want. For this, you want Brutal Restraint. You pick where you want it. So for here, we'll go Ghost Dance, because that's where it is right here. And then it's pretty simple. Just click Filter Nodes, and then just search for whatever node. You don't have to try to type anything or remember what nodes there are. It'll just tell you. So if you go Faster Poison, and then Poison Damage, and you click Search, it'll tell you, right? So here you get 3 increased damage with Poison. Here you get 1 poisons deal damage 10% faster, and 2 20% increased damage with poison, and it's based off the nodes that you have selected as well. So all you do is click Copy Trade URL, and it'll automatically select 4. If you want to select more, then you just shift click down, and it'll copy more. Click it again, and then if you go to your web browser, whatever you want to use, click up here and paste it in there, hit enter. It'll search for them all. Right? 24 chaos. That's it. And that will give you, either 3 increased damage, 1 increased, or 2 increased damage, 1 deal inflict damage faster. So it's super helpful, and it works for all of the jewels, the timeless jewels. I was able to kill Searing and Eater with this, with even less damage, because you can hit them with Exsanguinate and then it continues to do damage. That's a good thing about damage over time, but it's not a delayed damage over time, something like Toxic Rain or a totem build, where you have to put something down and then wait for it to do damage. It will instantly kill stuff. So we are spell suppression capped as long as we're on full life, and over capped on resistances, 75% chaos res. It's always nice to have. So yeah, that's it. It's a super fun build. I'll probably play it for a little bit until I decide to play something else. I don't know. I'm just kind of moving my way around in Pathfinder until I can eventually get enough currency to do the castoncrit Forbidden Right. It's a slow process. Well, thanks for watching. If you enjoyed the video, please give it a like, and if you're enjoying the content, please consider subscribing, because it really does help me out.